Hello, we're going to be using here a video to understand how to use the MIinitab to apply binomial distribution. We all know that binomial distribution is a discrete probability. It's going to have a success percentage and also a failure percentage, which is results from 1 minus p, which is the letter that represents the success probability. Therefore, we're going to apply this to certain word problems. The word problems, if I have an airline that has a probability of arriving on time at the rate of 0.75, meaning 75% of the time the airline will succeed in having their flight arrive on time. If we took a number of trials of 6 flights, what is the probability of getting 4 exactly flights on time? So P, which is the success rate, it's going to be 0.75. N is going to be 6, which is the number of the trials. And 4 is going to be the exact value that I'm looking for, which is, in this case, is X, exactly 4. So how I'm going to be using the MIinitab statistical analysis software to generate the answer for my question. I like to use the graph, and I go to the probability distribution. Then I'm going to go ahead and choose the view probability, and I'm going to say OK. Now, if you notice, I hope I could maximize this view, but I cannot. I wanted to change that distribution from the default one, which is normal, into binomial. And here we go. And in this case, I'm going to say the number of the trials, which we agreed is going to be 6. And the event probability, which is P, is going to be 7.5. We might have done similar problem with different degree or different percentage or different value for P, which is the probability of success. And after that, we're going to go to the next area on this window, which is the shaded area, because I'm looking for exactly 4 trials of the 6. I got to change from probability to X value, and exact is going to be on the middle, and 6 is going to be exactly 4, so I have to repeat the value 4 twice, and I'm going to go ahead and apply, and you notice in a second that at that success rate of 7.75 is basically the probability at arriving 4 times exactly is 0.2966. That's the probability. If you want to get to answer additional question like what the probability of getting P value at exactly 5 when X is 5, it's going to be 0.35. You could read the value. This is exactly 6. This is exactly 3. This is exactly 2. This is exactly 1. Let's go ahead and answer another question. If I said to you, I wanted to get at least 3 trips, at least the success of a 3 trip. At least means 3 or more. So what are we going to do here? We're going to run this. I'm not going to save it. Actually, I'm going to close it. And I'm going to run this with the at least option at least a 3. So we're going to see the probability of getting at least a 3 flight on time based on the same number of trial, which is 6, and the same success percentage, 0.75. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. Leave it as binomial from the last attempt. Leave the same number of trial at 6, and the event probability at 0.75. The shaded area here is going to change. Still, I'm going to be using X value, which is at least a 3, but at least it's going to require the right tail. So I'm going to say at least a 3. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and do this. As you notice, is the probability of getting at least a 3. It's going to include the 3, the 4, which means the success of getting 3 exactly, and plus P4 plus P5 and plus P6, which means from 3 all the way to 6, which is a really significant probability, which is 96% or 0.9624. I hope you learned something through this. The only thing to learn with MIinitab is to practice it. So thank you for watching, and I hope to continue in a